Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Dadia. We have with us Kunal Shah, Head of Commodities Research, joining in. Kunal, welcome to the show. Clearly, let's start with regards to the dollar index. It's fallen to lows of almost 92.2, and the dollar and other, having assets are suffering losses on prospects of, coronavirus vaccines. And clearly, the optimism is overshadowing the rising number of infections worldwide. Taking this into consideration and the news that the FDA is looking to approve drug maker Pfizer and German partner BioNTech's vaccine in mid-December, what's the kind of impact are we expected to see with regards to where the dollar index is concerned?
Yeah, so first of all, the dollar index is looking weaker and weaker because the fact remains is that the COVID-19 cases are surging, and because of that, we are going to see a massive fiscal stimulus by US and other various central bank, and especially when US is going to come up with the fiscal stimulus, the dollar index is definitely going to weaken further. So on one hand, we have a vaccine news. So in next 15-20 days, the vaccination will start in US, but till then the cases in US are surging. So in last 10 days the cases have almost doubled in US. So this is it's about 2 lakh cases every day. So I think this is going to lead into another stimulus, and I think the dollar index will test 90 in, I think, next 1.5 month. So one should remain short on the dollar index, and emerging market currency should appreciate, and the dollar index will really weaken sharply going forward.
Right. So taking the movement in the dollar index into consideration, what's your expectation with regards to gold and silver? Because clearly gold, we've seen a marginal up move that has continued. Silver has also added some bit of positivity. Do you think that's something which could continue? And if yes, at what levels do you see gold and silver trading in the next couple of weeks?
So if you look what has happened with gold and silver, gold prices have shot up on Friday, and today morning we have seen some correction. I clearly told everyone Friday, just go long on everything. And on
Mm,
Friday, everything rallied. I think today also is going to be the similar day. Right now it is trading down. I'm again telling, go long on commodities. This is the best time to go long in commodities. Don't worry about these small corrections. They are bound to come, but the trend is definitely
mm,
going to be on the upside.
mm.
So gold around 50,090, 50,100, good levels to go long. 49,900 should be the stop loss for intraday trading. 50,450 to 500 are the levels what you can see during today or tomorrow's afternoon session. Silver also same view, should go long, and you should see levels of 62,800 to 62,900. The reason for the same is that the dollar index is definitely going to decline. So we have seen redemption in gold ETF. More than 35 tons of gold ETF have been sold by the holding have come down. But in 2020, 1,000 ton have been added. Out of
Mm.
that, only 35 tons have gone away. So don't worry about the selling in gold ETF. The trend is bullish. Vaccination has caused some sentimental negative impact, but I think the prices are going to again go up because the fact is that there is going to be stimulus by the US government. So bullish.
Right. And with base metals as well, they continue to trade higher. But do you expect some bit of profit booking that could continue as a mild correction in terms of base metals?
So I recommended everyone on Friday that go long in copper above 550. We saw 560. So copper prices have moved up by 20 rupees in a matter of 2 days.
Hmm.
So I think if from present level copper can go down to 555, 556 for the December contract, that are the levels I would again go long. My target will be 570.
Hmm.
So keeping a stop loss of 550, one can go long around 556, 555 for the December contract and expect prices to again move up and test levels of 570. Today, one of the mine strike in Chile is being cancelled, and because of that, there is a sentimental negative impact. So it can come down to 3 rupees further. But the trend in metal is very bullish. Chinese data very bullish for the base metal prices, and overall whatever is happening from the monetary policy point of view is very bullish for copper. because I think the most important data point I'm giving you all is the housing sector across the world is reviving. Housing sector in US, housing sector in Europe, housing sector in even in India. Everywhere there is a recovery in housing sector after COVID-19 crisis. So that is going to lead into more and more demand from the housing sector. And I think the copper from two sector, from the electronic car and the housing sector, these two sectors are going to drive the demand and supply remain constrained. So copper looks bullish to me. Even nickel for the same reason looks bullish to me. 1200 for the December contract, great levels to go long, and expect it to go up in test levels of 1245 to 1250 during this week. So I'm bullish on even base metals.
Right. And what's your view on aluminium? Because the stockpiles of the metal at exchange monitored warehouses, is declining. Is that giving us a signal that there could be some bullishness on that front as well on the pricing front?
Yeah, so even nickel look, even aluminum look very bullish to me. The winter season in China can lead to production cut of aluminum, and hence aluminum one can go long at present level and expect prices to move up and test levels of 150 to 160. Bullish, 168 to 170. The overall fundamental of metals is bullish on for because of the macro reasons.
Right. And then overall, with regards to the energy market, what's the view in terms of crude and natural gas? Do you think the positivity that we are seeing will continue?
I Friday clearly told it's the best time to go long in crude. Explain you everyone the reason why. The reason is very simple. On 30th November and 1st of December, there is a meeting of OPEC for new production cuts. Till then, oil prices will remain firm. It is already up by 150 rupees. So I recommend to go long around 31.80 for the upside target of 32.50. And stop loss should be placed at 31.50.
Right. Anything on the spices and oilseeds front that looks interesting?
Oilseeds, there is one negative news which can hit the sentiment that India may lower the import duty. So if that happens, prices may fall for the sentimental 2-3% correction, but internationally prices will shoot up. So soybean oil around 1050, 1055, good levels to go long. And again, you can expect this uptrend to continue.
Right. And very lastly, Kunal, if you have to talk about other commodities like cotton futures and even chana futures, do you think there is some bit of bullishness seen on any of these?
Yeah, so I think chana looks very positive to me. The yields are down. I told Friday also. I'm telling again, it's not moved up. You can go long at 5200. 5000 should be the stop loss. 5500 to 5600 you can see within next 8 to 10 days.
Right, so that happens with other commodities as well. And natural gas, there's a question coming on natural gas. What's your view?
Natural gas is not bullish at it is up today because of the expectation of winter season. So far, the winter season in US is not being very cold. It is start of winter season. I am expecting natural gas prices to move up and test levels of 205 to 208. Nothing above that. For natural gas to rally to 240, 250, we need colder weather. And so far, there are no forecast of colder weather.
Right. So that's the view coming in with regards to various commodities. Thank you, Kunal, so much for joining in. Thank you, participants as well.